Welcome, dear viewers, to God's Word Today, where we bring you divine messages of hope, love, and guidance. Today we are sharing a powerful message, "Let my love be your refuge." These are God's words to you, His beloved child. In life's most difficult moments when you feel lost, fearful, or overwhelmed, know that God's love is always there to protect and guide you. He invites you today to take refuge in His love, to find strength and comfort in His arms. The message from God. My dear child, I see your pain, your worries, and the burdens you carry. I know that there are days when you feel defeated, when life seems too heavy, and when the darkness seems too thick. But I want you to know that I'm with you in every step you take, every breath you draw, and every tear you shed. You may feel as if the world has turned against you, that no one understands your struggles, and that you are all alone. But hear me today, you are not alone. My love for you is deeper than the ocean, wider than the sky, and stronger than any force in the universe. In your moments of despair, when you feel you have nowhere to turn, let my love be your refuge. I am here to comfort you, to hold you, and to carry you through the storms of life. When the winds of doubt and fear blow against you, come to me. When you are weary and burdened, rest in my embrace. When your heart is broken, let my love heal you. I have not promised a life without challenges, but I have promised that I will be with you through every trial, every heartache, and every storm. My love is the safe haven where you can find peace, strength, and courage. Story illustration, David's journey. Let me share a story that beautifully demonstrates God's love and how it can be our refuge. There was a young man named David. David was a hardworking individual, always striving to do his best. However, life hadn't been easy for him. He had faced countless rejections, experienced the loss of loved ones, and struggled with his own insecurities. One day, after a particularly hard blow, David fell to his knees and cried out, "God, where are you? Why do I feel so alone?" In that moment of desperation, David heard a still, small voice within him say, "My child, I have never left you. Every time you felt alone, I was there. Every tear you shed, I caught. Every time you stumbled, I lifted you up. I have been your refuge all along. You only needed to open your heart to me." David felt an overwhelming sense of peace wash over him, and for the first time in a long time, he felt safe, loved, and understood. He realized that even in his darkest moments, God's love had been his refuge, protecting him from the storms raging around him. From that day forward, David learned to lean on God's love, finding strength and courage to face whatever challenges came his way. The power of God's love. My dear friends, just like David, we all face storms in life. There will be moments when you feel like the weight of the world is crushing you, when the pain feels unbearable, and when you just want to give up. But it is in these moments that God's love shines the brightest. His love is the shelter that protects us, the rock on which we stand, and the light that guides us out of the darkness. You don't have to face your battles alone. God says to you today, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." Matthew 11:28. Let His love be your refuge, your place of safety. When you feel overwhelmed, remember that God's love is stronger than any fear, bigger than any problem, and more powerful than any storm. Application: how to take refuge in God's love. You might be wondering, how can I make God's love my refuge? Here are a few simple steps. Pray. Prayer is your direct line to God. Speak to Him, pour out your heart, and share your fears, worries, and burdens. He listens and responds with love. Meditate on His Word. The Bible is filled with God's promises and messages of love. Find comfort in His words, let them fill your heart, and remind you that you are never alone. Trust in His plan. Life doesn't always go as we plan, but God has a purpose for every challenge and every trial. Trust that His love will guide you through, even when you don't understand the path ahead. Find strength in community. Surround yourself with others who remind you of God's love. Share your journey and be encouraged by the stories of how God's love has been a refuge for others. Let go and let God. Surrender your worries, fears, and anxieties to Him. Trust that He is in control and let His love fill the spaces where fear once lived. Biblical reference: God's love as our refuge. Psalm 91 verse 1 through 2 says, "He who dwells in the shelter of the Most High will rest in the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, He is my refuge and my fortress, my God in whom I trust." These words are a reminder that God's love is not just a refuge, but a fortress that protects us from all harm. Conclusion: the invitation to find refuge in God's love. My dear friends, no matter where you are in life, no matter what you're going through, God's love is always available to you. He invites you to find rest, peace, and strength in His love. Let Him be your refuge today and always. When the storms of life rage, remember that His love is a safe haven that will never fail you. My dear friends, the greatest lesson we can learn today is this: no matter how difficult life becomes, no matter how many storms you face, there is always a refuge in God's love. Life will test you, but these tests are not meant to break you. They are meant to make you stronger, to draw you closer to God, and to remind you of the power and strength that lie within you. When you feel weak, remember that God's love gives you the strength to rise again. When you feel lost, His love is the light that will guide your way. And when you feel broken, know that in God's hands you will be made whole once more. So stand strong, keep your faith, and let God's love be your refuge. Let His love fill your heart with courage, hope, and the determination to keep moving forward. As you walk this journey, know that you are never alone. God is always by your side, ready to lift you up, guide you, and protect you. Remember this: you are worthy, you are loved, and with God's love as your refuge, there is nothing you cannot overcome. Stay blessed, stay motivated, and let God's love be the foundation of your strength and happiness.